some reports that the suspect in the Newtown shooting struggled with Asperger's syndrome. While investigators are still looking into all of the details, some are asking if he could have received help for his mental state earlier.
Tonight, a local family who we've introduced you to before is going to weigh in on just how difficult it can be to deal with a mentally ill loved one and why it is so hard to get the help they need. News Channel 4's Shelley Mills has the story. She joins us now live from the newsroom. Shelley.
Well, experts say one of the biggest challenges for a family to overcome when dealing with mental illness, whether it's Asperger's or some other form, is denial, not really looking at how dangerous a loved one could be until it's too late. Another challenge, funding. That's where doctors say something really needs to change.
I mean, he starts knocking holes in things, and he's totally out of control.
Marianne Puckett knows all too well the challenges of dealing with mental illness. Her 31-year-old son, Stephen, is mentally retarded and autistic. While it took years to get a diagnosis, this family knew early something was wrong.
And when he was teething, my husband picked him up one night to console him, and he bit into my husband's back and actually brought blood. And he put him back on the bed. He said, "What is wrong with this baby?"
It's not unusual that some of these kids show evidence for these disturbances very early.
However, Dr. Willis Holloway, a psychiatrist at St. Anthony Hospital, says many times families ignore the early signs.
And there's a tendency on the part of parents to say to themselves, well, maybe he'll grow out of it.
But too often that doesn't happen. In Stephen's case, the violence has only escalated as he's aged. The family shot this video during one of his episodes. Marianne admits there have been times when she's feared for her life. She even has a deadbolt lock on this bedroom door, a place she can escape to and call for help.
Yes, you can see the kick marks where Stephen has kicked the door.
When you begin to see a problem,
Dr. Holloway says another challenge is getting help. Oftentimes insurance, whether private or state funded, barely covers the necessary care, leaving families like the Pucketts with very few places to turn for help.
It is devastating for the family.
After talking with Dr. Holloway and Marianne, it seems the best thing they say that those around these families can do is get educated. Both told me a lack of education tends to be why these families feel like they can't talk about what's going on and why sometimes the situation is out of control before anyone knows they needed help. Kevin, back to you.
Shelley, thank you. Some difficult questions and challenges involved in all of this.